today I will teach you guys on how to use Microsoft Excel. Today we will be talking about how to build a Gantt chart in Microsoft Excel 2016. So the first things that we're gonna do is to calculate the duration for each task, where we're gonna do in a column D. So go ahead and label the duration and then simply take the difference between the two dates, and we want that for each task. So just drag that down. Okay, next we're gonna want to actually start building the chart, and we're gonna do that with the start date data. So highlight B1 to B9, click insert chart, all chart bars, and then stacked bar. Next, where we're going to include the duration data in the actual stacked bar. So right click anywhere in the chart, click select data and add, and then your series name will be duration. Your series value will be your duration series, and since we already here, we can include the axis level as well, and those are just all of your tasks. Next, we're going to click on our start date data in the actual bar chart, which is all the blue, and then click no field. Okay, after that we're gonna want to flip this task, because you can see that project kickoff should be our first task and it's actually all the way at the bottom. So to do that, you're just gonna want to right click on the task, click format axis, and then categorize in reverse order. Okay, and then finally we just want to clean up this date range a bit. Right now, if you didn't know this already, Excel starts counting date from 1900, and we can see that by formatting this as either general or number, we can see that it is 1, and the way that we clean up this date is we pass in the minimum and maximum bounds that we want. So the first thing we should do is just take our earliest start date and our latest end date, and just format this is either a general or number. Okay, and we're gonna want to pass in the value into our minimum, and so our minimum is 42736 and our maximum is 42850. Okay, and then just clean up the date range a bit. So there you have it's here your Gantt chart. Okay, next I will teach you on how to make the Pareto chart. So in this video, I'm gonna show you step by step how to make the perfect Pareto chart. Let's get started. So I've already set up. I've pre-populated a little bit data table here. These are the defect types of a shirt. Now the first step we're gonna want to do is sort the total defect from the largest to smallest. So highlight your column B, go over to data, go to sort, press the arrow and select descending. This will give you a warning. Here you want to make sure it is selected, expand the selection, press sort. Now you will see that button defect is our winner. It got the most defect, and zip or defect is the list that number 1. On our next column, we're gonna assign a percentage of the total. So this will be the cell divided by sum of the total number of defects. Okay, now before I press enter, I want to put a $sign in front of the 2 and the $sign in front of the 11, and this will prevent when I drag this formula down, it prevents those numbers from changing. So if you got a decimal point, no problem, just put here the percentage, press that, and it will change into a percentage for you. Now you want to drag the cells all the way down, and we've calculated our total percentage of each defect type. The next step is we want to get the percentage, the cumulative percentage. Let's make this look a little bit nicer. We can wrap this. So to get the cumulative percentage, so your first value is just going to be this value here, so you can just have it equal to cell for this value here, and you want to write the formula is gonna be sum of these two cells. Now before you close it, you want to put a $sign in front of the 2 there because you want to lock the 2, and I'll show you why in a moment. Okay, so now when we drag this down to get the cumulative percentage, okay, you see that it equals to 100. Your 2 won't change, but your this value here on your will change, and it will give you cumulative percentage value. Okay, so now that we got our total number here, we'll highlight our table, go to charts, like column, cluster column, chart here, make a little bit bigger for you guys so you can see. Okay, now the first step is you want to highlight click your graph, go to select under the data here, select go to total percentage, and you can remove that because we don't really need to see that, so click remove. Okay, now the cumulative percentage data series, select that here. Okay, see how I've selected right click it. It's a little bit tricky sometimes. Right click it, and then you want to go to the axis option and change it to secondary axis. Okay, we're not done yet, so hold on leaving it selected. What you want to do is you want to make sure it is selected. Here go to line because you want to change where we're going to change the chart type. Okay, change it to a line. That this line, as you go along your defect, the line adds up to the ends. It's 100% of your defect. Okay, now we'll go to chart layout, we'll add our titles, go to axis titles. So first of our primary vertical axis, the title here will be total defects. Okay, then we want to add go back to axis title after our secondary vertical axis title. That will be our cumulative percentage. Okay, every chart has a really good title, so when you present this data to management, it's very easy to show that if we go from 80% here and we draw a line down here, move or less, you can see that 20 to 30% of our defect types are causing 80% of our problems. Okay, and that's how you create a perfect prototype. Okay, the last one is fishbone chart. Just open a fresh new sheet as if you are starting a new adventure. Then go to the view tab and uncheck grid lines. Ta-da! Now we have a clean battlefield free from the distraction of line that seems to say, hey, use me. This is a space to create. Define your problem clearly. This is the head of the fish. Use an Excel box for clarity. Be specific. Now it's time to draw the backbone of our mysterious sea creature. This is the highway that will connect all potential villains to the main victim, which is our problem. Take the line arrow from insert shape and draw bold, thick horizontal line pointing directly to the effect box. Don't be stingy. Make the line thick, maybe 3 pt or 4 pt, so it stands out and says, I am the main connector here. Alright, now our fish need big fins, or more precisely, its main ribs. We will use the tried Andrew 6M framework from the manufacturing world. Draw diagonal branch from our main backbone. This will be home to the major categories like manpower, methods, machines, material, measurements, and even Mother Nature, aka environment. They are main players that might be contributing to our problem. Here's come the fun part. Time to let out all our wild ideas. Under each of the 6M categories, we will start drawing the small bone that branch off. Use the line tools again to create smaller horizontal lines as if they are more detailed root of the problem. Next, To each small branch, stick a text box and write down the specific cause. For example, under manpower, there might be lack of training or too much coffee in the morning. Okay, the last one might be an exaggeration, but you get the point. Use the 5W technique. Dig deeper to find the root cause, add sub-branch to deeper insights. Congratulations, our fish is complete with all its bones. Now it's time for a detective session with your team. Pay close attention. Are there any naughty causes that appear repeatedly in different categories? That could be a strong candidate for the root cause. Use a bright red-shaped oval to highlight these main suspects. They are your priority, the enemy that must be addressed immediately. So what's the conclusion from our adventure today? Excel's, the often underestimated hero, turned out to be a magic word for root cause analysis without you needing to spend a dime on new software. This fishbone diagram isn't just funny drawing, but a super effective visual thinking framework for your brainstorming session. It transforms you from a reactive firefighter who is always panicking into a proactive strategist who knows exactly where to act. Stop playing the guessing game, let's start solving problems with data and creativity. Thank you.